Hello, everyone, and welcome. Lewis here with the Hit Light, where we bring you news, interviews, and more from all your favorite Southeast regional MMA promotions. I'm really excited to introduce the inevitable Jeremy Williams, the Combat Night Featherweight champion. Jeremy holds an impeccable 5-0 record and is currently ranked at number 9 in Florida for the featherweights. Hello, Jeremy. Welcome to the Hit Life.
Lewis, thanks for having me.
Jeremy, you're making headlines for your accomplishments in the cage and your antics at weigh-ins. But before we get into that, I want to learn a little bit about you. When did you originally get into combat sports?
Uh, Combat just a few years ago. I've been wrestling since I was a little kid, so that helped set the groundwork. Set a good base for the combat. But from there, it went to jujitsu and then Muay Thai, and then from there, there's just a snowball effect into what we have today.
You started wrestling as a kid, and then you wrestled all the way through high school.
I did. I even wrestled a little bit in college. I started wrestling in middle school, so that was huge for me because I was a little kid. I was naturally like 90 pounds, soaking wet. So to gain that kind of knowledge of how to manipulate someone else's body, how to manipulate my body, was a game changer for me.
How did you do at the high school and collegiate level?
I'm not that good, honestly. I tried my best, but made it to regionals and then made it to states and tore my meniscus. So like there were so many like shortcomings that was experiencing through my wrestling career that it it was a blessing in disguise in a way that it kind of gave me blue balls, and I was like, I have so much more in me, so found jujitsu and I was like, all right, this is a good outlet, and then just kept chasing it and it just kept growing, so yeah.
Where are you currently fighting out of?
My The Jungle MMA. I'm actually at the Jungle right now, and also Orlando City Muay Thai in Orlando, Florida.
And when did you find them?
I found the Jungle 2 years ago. So I was living on Maui, and then COVID happened, and you know, Florida was open. So I was like, all right, let me go to Florida, and pretty much pulled up and found the Combat Night scene, and just started Googling gyms and walked into the Jungle and saw Felicia Spencer there. And I was like, oh my God, that's Felicia Spencer training on the mat. So uh, it was really like the beginning of 2021 that I found the Jungle and just, took off from there.
Is there anything that you do different in your training or preparation for your bouts that you don't see other fighters doing?
Really, it's just uh, putting in as much work as I can. I would say you see guys, you know, putting in hard work for a session, but I'll go to another one after that, and I'll invite some guys, and some guys are like, nah, fuck that. And for me, that's a key signal of, okay, like if I can continue to go and continue to expand my gas tank and continue to grow, then I'll outwork everybody. The technique, the added cage stuff, all that comes second to just focusing on me and the work. So it's been a great step-by-step progress so far.
You earned the title after a brutal 3-round war and a split decision win against a really tough opponent.
Hmm.
How does it feel to be the champion?
It feels great. It feels there's mixed feelings, right? Because I'm so proud of what I've done and having the belt and this and that, but also like my aspirations are so far still that I'm like, this isn't the finish line. Like I don't want to have the belt and that be it. Like I've seen other guys go double amateur champs, and then they go pro, and then just their career spirals out of control. So for me, it's great, but for me, it's also a checkpoint and a reminder that I had to keep going and not become complacent.
Yeah, you're 5-0 now. That's the minimum amount of bouts required to go into the pro division. What else do you want to accomplish in the amateur division before moving on? What's next for you?
I really don't know. At this point, I'm kind of, thinking, well, maybe I should bust out a few more. But I'm also ready. So right now we're just kind of trying to figure out if we want to take another one or we want to take the, the route forward. I mean, which inevitably we will, and obviously we will. But the question is, do we do it right now or do we do it at the beginning of 2024 or whatever? So we'll see.
So you're known for entertaining the fans at the weigh-ins. You pulled out your teeth and stomped at them at one. And the last one, you took out a syringe needle and injected it in your neck. What was
Yeah.
that?
Uh, you know what? So this for me is just like, you know, I've been a fan of combat sports forever, right? Just like you and just like all of us. And a lot of times I'm watching the weigh-ins on Friday nights, the UFC weigh-ins, and a lot of these guys are kind of just coming up and doing the same thing. And for me as a fan, I'm like, I want to feel the excitement, like I want to be excited to your fight for your fight. And I want to go out of my way to watch your fight. And so I take that into account when I'm going into my own fights. Like I want to capture everyone's attention and their imagination and make people go, oh, I have to watch this kid fight. So it's worked so far, and I'll continue to do what I can to brand myself and be the best fighter I can be.
Another thing, that thing that you do where you pull your face back after your victory.
Yeah, yeah.
When did you start doing that?
I just did that like in the training room one day. Like I was sparring with one of my teammates, and we're kind of just talking shit, and I just gave him a laugh, and like I was just like, oh, that was it felt natural, so I was like, okay, we're just gonna take that and run with it.
uh, thank you so much for making these fights exciting. You're checking off all the boxes. You have the skills in the cage. You're entertaining the fans outside of the cage. Is there anything else you want to tell the people watching this video?
For those who are loving and supporting, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And for those who are hating and watching, thank you so much. So I'll continue to do me, focus on being the best I can be, and um, who knows, man? We've already captured a lot, and from here, the rise to the top seems to be like the most obvious lit path. So we're walking it for sure.
Follow the inevitable Jeremy Williams on Instagram. Follow the Jungle MMA. Follow Combat Night as well. They have an excellent social media. Thank you so much, Jeremy, and I look forward to following you in the future.
Of course, Lewis. Thank you for having me, brother.
If you enjoyed this interview, please make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel to get more.